The wide open spaces, the fresh air, the rain, the zombies. That's the best places to live underground. Here's my top 5. Starting at number 5, it's this place, it's the abandoned mine. Now this can be found at this location here on the map, as highlighted at the top. Now, this place is great as it has a very extensive network of tunnels already built. So, how to get into it? If you're on the desert itself, you can enter it via this particular building here, by most likely coming to the back, and coming through this back area, and breaking a few blocks to get into the mine itself. However, there is a second entrance, and that is via coming over this cliff and down to the bottom. Now, originally there was a set of stairs here. Unfortunately, while getting rid of the zombies, it kind of collapsed. So, be warned, this is not the easiest location to make into a base. This is not an ideal base for your starting point, so I would suggest best off to use as a secondary base or even a third base. Now, this place has a lot of things going for it. Now, looking back on the map, you can see that the nearest water source is over here. However, when you go into the mines itself, turning a couple of corners, you find yourself a water source in here. So keep that in mind. You also have a few other little hidden gems, including boxes and hidden areas, so keep this in mind when using this area. The mine is great as it has a lot of resources and a lot of loot to take from this area, but it does have the downside of all the walls are pretty much made of the sandstone. Now, as anyone is aware of digging in the desert, the sandstone is very soft and easily destroyed. So, you would have to do a bit of fortification to this place to get it to withstand a 7th night. However, this extensive complex does allow for building work to go on. But I would stress maybe closing off this entrance above ground and having an entrance that's dug out and then up. That would be my suggestion. Now, this place is massive. It has all the materials you would ever need. It's got a lot of loot, and it's well worth exploring. It's number 5 because it's not the most practical case to start with. Practical base to start with, but is well worth you exploring and well worth you getting to grips with. Now, for those who are asking what else does this place have to offer, I'll show you. Having come out of the base area of the mine, if I head straight up, there is a box on a ledge just here. Now, if your scavenging is high enough and your loot is high enough, when you open this box, you won't just get herbal antibiotics, you'll actually get the recipe for it. So keep that in mind when you come here. Have a high enough skill level and you'll get the herbal antibiotics recipe from this box. Saying that, this is a great place to start with on our list, and let's head over to number 4. Here at number 4 is the North Wasteland Cave. Now, this place is called that by me because it is the most northern cave that you find here in the Wasteland. There is a second one just over here, so just keep that in mind when you're looking for it. It is quite close to one of my other ones in the top 5, and I will come to that a little bit later. Now, I've chosen this place as it is at a low point in the land, so it can't be undermined by the zombies. It's not very big, it's not very homely. Oh, dogs. The problem with the Wasteland, as you can see, there are dogs who do roam this area, so just be aware when you're building this sort of area. This place has its own bench, as well as a few other little perks, including a gun safe and a few other little bits and pieces. You can get nitrate from the stalagmites, and it's generally a pretty easy base to make yourself at home with by putting blocks along here and having a hatch down. As everyone is aware, zombies don't dig down. So that's my number 4, and let's go see what's at number 3. Number 3, it's this place, it's Red Mesa. Now this location is just here on the map, and at this location, as you can see highlighted at the top. This place is great as you have thick walls, you have spotlights, you have everything that you need. Entrance is a bit difficult. You will need to break in via breaking these doors or breaking in some concrete. Or, alternatively, you can use this bit here. This will get you in, but good luck getting yourself back out, because you're standing on top of a missile. Now, if I just come out of clip mode, as you can see, you are going to need to do a little bit of making of stuff to get yourself back out each time, but this is a great little facility. With thick walls all the way around and a deep complex which the zombies can't dig down into, it is a great little location. Lots of loot, lots of safety, well worth having in your arsenal of bases. Now, I could explore this all day. There are no zombies within this complex, they're just zombies outside. However, if you do get more zombie difficulties, there may be 1 or 2 that may hang around in here. So keep that in mind when you go for more difficult levels. Now, as you can see, that's the entrance that I showed you a little earlier to break down to get you in here. There's also a route through here to come up into the control tower that you saw at the stationary point. So this is a great little place to explore. It's a great place to have. My suggestion is, if you get a chance, take over this location and have a good go. With that, let's head over to number 2 on my list. Here at number 2 is the Motel bomb shelter. Now, as you can see, it is literally just across the river from the motel. So just be warned, as you come across this bridge, it does collapse. Now, this is my number 2 for a good couple of reasons. 1, your entrance is this. It is inconspicuous. It is a well. So, let's go down and have a look inside. Now, as you can see, there is a ladder down and there are spikes at the bottom. So be careful when you come down into this particular place that you will need to clear these out. Into the complex itself, you can see it has a number of chambers. It is well stocked and well furnished. So keep that in mind when you come down here. You have to bust open a few doors, but it is well worth exploring. Very well built, very, very hard to get into for zombies, so I would put this at number 2. Now, it has to be pretty good to beat this, so here is my number 1. And here it is, my number 1 spot on the underground base list. It is this place. It is the Radio Tower Bomb Shelter. Now, I've called it that because there's the radio tower there. It's a great little place to live. It's got a very small entrance, as you can see. It has some fortification around the entrance already. As you can see, it is located just here on the map, as you can see. A water source is just over here, so it's not too far to go to get some water. I would, however, suggest it is a great place for a number of other good reasons. Now, let's head down and I will show you what's in store for you. Welcome inside. It has a lot of furnishings. It is very well stocked with all sorts of loot, so well worth exploring when you get a chance. It does require a little bit of work to bust open doors, etc., like this one. Now, this place being only very small, it is a little bit of work that you will need to do to upgrade this to make this even better. But as you can see, the other entrance it does have is blocked off, and it is within that small building that I was on top of a minute ago. So your best entrance is the air vent that I used. So well worth exploring, well worth using. And I would suggest this is a great place for a 7th night if it's your first 7th night. Just put a hatch on it and you should be safe down here for a good while. With that said, that's my number 1 slot. I've been Matt, and as always, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.